Hey, it's your girl Shay Shay. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest mysteries in pop culture, Rihanna's new album. Where is R9? Why is the superstar queen keeping us in this long silence? Before we dive into all the theories about her Fenty Empire and everything else, let's hear directly from the queen herself about this long-awaited music.
Super Bowl is one thing, new music is another thing. Do you hear that, fans?
The Navy needs new music, Rihanna.
Oh, girl, who sent you? I'm like, where they at? Is a new like discovery. I'm rediscovering things. I have been working on the album for so long that I kind of just like put all that stuff aside, and now I'm prepared to go back in the studio.
Any chance of a new album or anything? Or have you just walked away from that?
Who sent you?
No.
I know one of my fans got to you, Graham.
No, they
Give me something about the album, Ree.
Pending. I could give you a dot, and a dot.
Reggae. Thank you.
Yes, you already knew that, though.
You're not gonna expect what you hear. Just put that in your mind. Like, whatever you know of Rihanna is not gonna be what you hear. I'm really experimenting.
Okay, so our good sis has spoken vaguely. But let's be real. The biggest reason we might be waiting to the next ice stage for Rihanna's new album is simple. Fenty. This woman didn't just dabble in business. She built an entire empire. We're talking Fenty Beauty, Fenty Hair, Fenty Skin, Savage X Fenty. These aren't just little side hustles. We're talking about billions. And the thing is, running that kind of operation takes time, energy, collaboration with lots of different actors, and probably a whole army of assistants that run various quality assurance programs. Remember that even during her music career, Rihanna's finances weren't always smooth sailing. These were periods with significant ups and downs. For example, reports indicated that around the time of her Rated R album in 2009, while she was touring the Good Girl Gone Bad album, despite being a huge star, her finances were actually quite strained, allegedly leaving her with less than $20,000 at one point after expenses. That's a wild contrast to her image, showing that celebrity doesn't always equal instant wealth when you're funding global tours and massive productions. So while she was building her musical legacy, the financial reality was often more complex. But now, it's a completely different story. She's a billionaire. When you're counting that kind of coin, does dropping a new album suddenly feel as urgent? I'm just saying, if my bank account looked like that, my vocal cords would be on permanent vacation too. Let's not forget the elephant in the room, Anti. That album wasn't just a bunch of bops, it was a whole mood. Critics loved it, the Navy was obsessed, it solidified her as a true artist. But here's the tea, you might have forgotten, the road to Anti wasn't all sunshines and diamonds. Remember those singles before it dropped? 4 or 5 seconds, Bitch Better Have My Money, American Oxygen? They were different. Not everyone was instantly obsessed, and even Anti itself didn't get universal praise right out the gate. It took time for people to fully appreciate the artistic shift. So imagine the pressure now. How do you follow up an album that's considered a classic? Over the years, Rihanna has teased different sounds for this elusive new album. Remember all the talk about a reggae-infused project? She even mentioned wanting to explore her roots and do something that felt truly authentic to her. And for those deep-cut Navy members, you might remember snippets of an unreleased track called Spliff. This gives you a little taste of what the direction could have been or could be if the album eventually does come out. A whole album with this vibe, honestly, personally, I'm really intrigued. Maybe that's still the plan, maybe it's changed, I guess we'll see. But the fact that she was exploring these different sounds showed that she's not just throwing something together. To be honest with you, in 2025, does Rihanna need to drop a new album to stay relevant? Absolutely not. She's a global icon, fashion and beauty mogul, a mother. She's booked and busy. And if you look at the numbers, because obviously the numbers don't lie, even without releasing new music in years, Rihanna consistently remains one of the most streamed artists on the planet. Her back catalog alone pulls in around 91 million monthly listeners on Spotify alone at the time of recording, easily keeping her among the top ranked and most listened to artists. Her existing hits continue to dominate. She has 14 number one hits, which put her in 4th position for the most number one hits, showing that her impact isn't tied to constant new releases. The music industry has changed so much since Anti. Maybe she's rethinking the whole album cycle. Maybe she's enjoying the freedom of not being tied to constant releases. Music industry has changed so much since Anti. Maybe she's rethinking the whole album cycle. Maybe she's enjoying the freedom of not being tied to constant releases, because remember, from the 1st to the 7th album, she released an album almost every single year. She can drop a single tomorrow and break the internet. The album at this point, it's almost a bonus for us, not necessarily essential or necessary for her empire. So will we ever get our 9? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. But you should also know that when someone from the Caribbean says that something is coming soon, that means it's coming not soon. Maybe it's coming next week. Maybe it's locked away in a vault somewhere only to be released in 2040. But one thing is for sure. Rihanna is going to do what Rihanna wants when Rihanna wants. And honestly, she's earned that right. And while the Navy might be thirsty for those new songs, maybe this extended silence just adds to the legend. She's playing the long game, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it. Now please let me know, what do you think? Is Rihanna secretly recording bangers in her basement? Is she waiting for the perfect moment, or is she just enjoying her billionaire lifestyle? Drop your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you're also waiting patiently or impatiently. Share it with your fellow Navy members and subscribe for more unfiltered pop culture tea. Share out.